What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices, going over to scoresandodds.com. We got picks from me and Z, Dino, all the greats, plus get access to our nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what we have projected for each individual prop, plus where the best odds are at. And most importantly, get access to Grant's Action Lounge. What is Grant's Action Lounge? Well, it's my Discord where I'm throwing in all my picks each and every day. Just go to scoresandodds.com/Discord. Get on in there. We got to get right into things. There's a few games starting in 5 minutes. We got a pick from the Arizona game here. We got Gallon over 17.5 outs. Gallon, not a terrible matchup going up against Philly, but he's been going pretty deep into games. He's been one of the best pitchers in the league. 17.5 outs. I got it minus 125 over at Betfred. You can get it at minus 140. Still take it at that. Over at MGM, I'm rolling with it. Michael Kopech under 4.5 strikeouts at Caesars, minus 104. The line has probably moved bit, but still think it's not too bad. Minus 115 at MGM would still take it at that line. Kopech been not great this season. Massive walk rate, sitting around 13%. Over a 5.5 xFIP so far on the season. Gets a match versus Cleveland. Cleveland is one of the worst possible matchups. 4 strikeouts. Cleveland does not strike out at a big clip at all. We see their current lineup here. Since beginning of last season, 17.9% K rate, just 2 strikeout bats in this lineup. Everyone else super low. Kopech, while he does do way better going up against lefties, and he's facing quite a few of them, they're still all super low strikeout lefties. Let's see. Jose Ramirez to hit a home run going up against Kopech. Kopech giving up a ton of hard contact, ton of fly balls, 52% fly ball rate since beginning of last season, 41% hard contact rate. Also currently 6th in barrels allowed since beginning of last season. He has not been fantastic at holding the ball in the park. He is going to struggle here. Jose Ramirez, one of the best home run hitters in the league, one of the better at least. Let's see any other one. Martin Perez apparently already started. Nothing for San Francisco or Minnesota. All right, we got that. Jose Altuve, I don't believe, is in the lineup. He was sick. I thought that was a possibility last night. I had him as a home run, but apparently the sickness is keeping him out today. That's what we got this morning. You guys haven't already checked out our sponsor, Shady Rays. Fantastic sunglasses, great durability, extremely clear optics, plus fantastic protection, fantastic return policy. You lose or break them, send them in, no questions asked, boom, new pair. If you don't like them after 30 days, then you can return them for a new one or just return them for free for a refund. No risk at all in the first 30 days. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the year. Go to shadyrays.com and use code RotoGrinders for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. Let's keep going here. Sandy Alcantara, under 5.5 strikeouts. I got minus 105 at Betway, minus 119 at Caesars. Let's see what the current odds are at. I work a lot during the night. Minus 135. It's still kind of take at that. He hasn't really been great. He's hit the over at this number in 4 out of 9 starts, I believe, so far this season. So not even hitting it at 50% clip, and gets a matchup in Colorado. Colorado is the toughest place to pitch. Worst strikeout ballpark. Yes, there's some big strikeout bats here, but a lot of those numbers are skewed from being on the road. At home, thin air, really not great. Yes, he probably a little bit less susceptible because he's not a curveball guy, but overall, this number a bit too high here. Ken Waldichuk, under 5.5 strikeouts. I got minus 139 over at Caesars. Let's see what the best line is, minus 150. Still would take it at that. Dude has been garbage, been absolute garbage since the beginning of last season. Maybe he'll be good at some point. Who knows? But as of right now, just hot trash. 19% K rate since the beginning of last year, 10% walk rate. We look at the current year numbers, it's even worse. 17.7% K rate, 12.7% walk rate, 6.32 xFIP. Yes, there is a decent amount of strikeouts in this lineup here, but he is not great. Gives up a ton of power, and there is a ton of power in the Seattle lineup. I think he gets beat up here. I think he gets hit badly. I think he easily gets under this spot. Even though you're paying some juice, still an easy under for me. Tyler Wells under 17.5 strikeout or 17.5 outs. Tyler Wells, let's see what the current odds are. Minus 140. Okay, so this one's moved to a spot where it's not worth it anymore. I got a minus 110 last night. Bryce Elder under 17.5 outs. No, not Bryce Miller. Bryce Elder. I do have a Bryce Miller bet. It's moved already all the way to 15.5. Still, honestly, don't hate it at that. Gets a matchup versus the Dodgers. He's been really good. Again, the magic numbers with outs are like 14.5 to 15.5 is a magic number. 17.5 to 18.5 is a magic number. Like full inning numbers. So 5 inning over or under 5 innings, over or under 6 innings. That's kind of where the magic number is. Still don't really hate it. It's 15.5 outs. Not as great as 17.5 outs. But still probably providing a bit of value. Again, Dodgers know how to work the count. One of the best hitting teams in the league. One of the lower strikeout rate teams in the league. But the walk rate is really what is tough here. They get the pitch count up pretty much every single outing. Elder, been solid. But this matchup, not good. Bryce Miller, really like this guy, but taking the under of 6.5 strikeouts. This line's just too low. Yes, the first outing of the year, he did put up 10 strikeouts versus this A's team. But guess what? He hasn't hit it since. He hasn't had over 5 since. He's averaging 4 per game in the last 3 games since the last time he played them. Again, big strikeout numbers in this lineup. But he's just not that big of a strikeout rate guy in the minors, sitting around 22% this year. But his numbers were a bit increased from going straight from AA to the majors. In AA, I think he had, he had a 29% K rate and A+. He had a 31% K rate. The guy has really solid stuff. But he's going to be a mid to low 20s K rate guy for right now. He could get a lot better. He has really solid fastball, really solid. He's throwing it a ton. 70% of the time he's throwing his fastball. So not really going to have the biggest strikeout rate doing that. When he incorporates his slider, his curveball, his changeup into his repertoire a bit more, he should end up increasing his pitch count or his strikeouts. But as of right now, 6.5 is just too high of a number. I mean, we've seen a little bit of movement here. Let's see what line's sitting at now. Oh gosh, we've seen a lot of movement. Minus 173. I'd rather take it at plus 112 on the under of 5.5. One more home run bet. Julio Rodriguez to hit a home run plus 550 over at Caesars. Let's see if that line has moved. Right now, Rodriguez plus 525. Still like that. We have projected plus 233. J-Rod gets a matchup versus Walchuk, who's awful. Guy's allowing over 2 home runs per 9 to righties since the beginning of last season. He has massive fly ball numbers, sitting at 43%. Massive hard contact numbers. He's just been, again, bad this season. Going back to the beginning of the last season, still really bad. 42% fly ball rate, 42% hard contact rate to righties, 272 ISO. Again, giving up over 2 home runs per 9, and he pitches in one of the best ballparks for pitchers in the league. I don't understand this number. J-Rod should be around plus 300 in this spot. Getting it plus 550, just kind of a silly number here. But that's it. That's the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Be back again tomorrow. Probably back again tomorrow. Probably around the same time. Right here. Later, kids.